What is up, FIFA commenters? Thank you for tuning in. My screen just absolutely blacked out, so I'm recording this for the second time. Big shout out to Axe and Ghost Gaming in the chat. This guy that you see on screen, Okello, is 6'5" high, 2-star skills, 4-star weak foot, looking absolutely cracked, but there are some issues on the card, and we'll look at that right now. Let's start this episode. Boys, if you're new on this corner, you know how it goes. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section below if you're enjoying your FIFA experience at the moment. Boys, today eSports has gone ahead and released Noble Okello. Almost dropped my controller there. He is a 6'5", high work rates, 2-star skill, 4-star weak foot. Listen, the card is not the craziest of cards. It's more of a generic card, to be honest, but he has certain things that might just make you complete him and might make you use him. One of those things is that he has a perfect link with that Insignia card, and let's say, just like Axe was mentioning earlier, if they release a Davis a Davis card and you need a link, because he's Canadian, that might help you as well. Now, alternative position, he only has center mid. That is a-okay. Looking at the player attributes, the pace is interesting. The split is not too good. 87 sprint speed, 78 acceleration. That basically means that he won't be the fastest to get to the ball, but once he's on the ball, that 87 sprint speed is going to keep him at peak sprint speed. Now, the shooting on this card is nothing crazy, especially because of that finishing at 70, but he's a CDM, right? You're never going to be in a position to shoot, but if you are, that 86 shot power, that 85 attack positioning will support your efforts in scoring with a player like this. Nothing else in terms of shooting. The passing on this card is absolutely cracked. Very much so. I don't even think De Bruyne has stats like that. Look, 91 vision combined with 92 short pass and 91 long pass. Those are, I think, the highest passing stats, and I don't know if he passes that well in real life, but eSports believes that this man is the second coming of Pirlo, and I guess it just is what it is. The dribbling on this guy is high in average body type, so keep that in mind. He's 6'5", of course, note that as well. The agility is decent, but the balance is the big issue, 65. Listen, there's nothing that you can apply that is going to massively change that. You could go with an engine, you could go with a Guardian, and then that'll boost it, but it won't be significant enough that he becomes Michael Jackson across the pitch. That won't happen. 87 ball control, 87 dribbling, 83 composure, all that is great. The defending on this card is very, very interesting as well. Nothing too crazy. The only big stat is the heading accuracy at 91. The rest is in the 80s. I like 80s. So you will have to boost the defending as well, because if you're using a 6'5" player, you're mainly using him as a CDM. You're not trying to score with him. So you will have to boost it. So I'm thinking Guardian is the best for a card like this, even though he won't have the craziest of pace. The physicality, 83 stamina, 93 strength, and the jumping is decent, so he could be somewhat of a threat in the box because of that height, and that is okay. Looking at the play traits, nothing to mention. What you will need to complete this SPC is pretty simple. You will need an 83 overall, 284 or higher rated cards, in a 4-4-2 classic formation. There are a bunch of midfielders and some forwards, and you should be good to go. Listen, this card is nothing to start running across, the streets, naked or whatever about. It's not Neymar, it's not Mbappe, it's not, let me take a better example. It's not Tonali, who we have as Winter Wildcard as the swaps right now. There's so many CDM versions that you could pick up right now. There's Palina, well, he was an SBC. There's so many. I can't cite all of them. There's so many. This card is really for the Canadians out there. Big shout out to Canada, but I don't think this card is a must. Boys, this was your FIFA commenter. Let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed this episode, and I will make sure to catch you in another video for another review. Let me know if you will be completing this card. Peace out, boys!